So Chelsea qualified. We demolished Real Madrid. Yeah. I'm a proud Chelsea fan. Guys, trust me, I have no idea who that lady was. I mean, if you have an idea who the lady in that post-victory dance was, go ahead, feel free to comment on the comment section, and you're welcome. So, guys, like, I'm still basking in the post-victory euphoria. I don't know who else is doing that, but definitely I'm a culprit. I mean, I haven't recovered from the outing in Stamford Bridge. I mean, gosh, we haven't had time to talk since after that last 2 nights. I mean, 2 nights ago, and I think we should take a moment to unpack what really happened there at Stamford Bridge, shall we? Yeah. So you see, one thing, I, for very non-personal reason, I had always thought that Timo Werner is a little bit overpriced, like he's an underperformer, only because I think big price, big expectation, and it seemed that like most of the times, like for the most part, he seemed to always kind of fluff his lines. But you see, 2 days ago, he proved to me that everything I ever thought about him as a non-scorer had been a bit of a stretch, because, I mean, he happened to be unarguably one of my best players there at Stamford Bridge. On the 24th minute, he scored the first goal. It wasn't just an ordinary goal. No, not your regular goal, not at all. I mean, it was just one of those goals that you can't even fault. It was easy on the eyes. He scored convincingly, and he bought himself a lot more seconds, like gloat around the net. I mean, around the net, before he came out. So it was one sweet victory. They always say that nothing is perfect in life, but I think Timo Werner's goal was, much more than perfect. Yeah, so welcome to Blue Sports TV. I mean, here is Chelsea little hangout spot. We gloat here, we whine as well, but we haven't had the opportunity to whine because, as a matter of fact, there's nothing to whine about. So we've been doing mostly a lot of gloating because, I mean, our performances for some time now under Tuchel has been like gloating worthy. Sometimes when I say this, I feel some kind of guilty because I feel like I'm compromising my loyalty to Lampard, because I mean, anyone that knows me well knows that I'm a Lampard lover, like I'm a loyalist. But Tuchel has proven his mettle. I mean, he's just that guy to rely upon. Under his leadership, he has brought a lot of like positive turnaround in the Chelsea, performance levels. So I think he's good. Contrary to what I think about him, it doesn't matter. So I might as well go F myself. So guys, I mean, the Real Madrid were demolished. I don't know, naysayers were saying stuff like Zinedine Zidane didn't do a lot of things right. He underestimated the Chelsea side. It doesn't matter. They thought they could rely so much on their experience. But I'm talking about guys, I mean, the Chelsea side that are hungry, young guys who are desperately need to etch their names on the sand of times. And I always tell myself that there are two sets of humans that you don't want to fight with. People that are desperate, that are drowning, and that have nothing to lose, and then people that desperately want to prove a point. And Chelsea happen to be that side that want to prove a guys coming with their confidence. I mean, the Real Madrid side coming with their confidence and all that. At the end of the day, they saw that, I mean, these other guys were ready and they were not. They had no good intentions whatsoever. I mean, come on, guys. So as it is, the first goal from Timo Werner was one goal that I was like, I was like, okay, now we have a point. Okay, so that means I can actually get myself in the grand scheme of things. Like, these guys have come to play. They have no friendly intentions, and I'm all for it if you ask me. Trust me, Kante, he dominated the midfield. Even while Zinedine, I mean, the second half, definitely, I mean, naturally, you'd expect Zinedine Zidane to want to go make some changes. And he didn't do quite a lot. I thought he was still having his confidence, like, oh, maybe it's just a passing phase. Whatever it is that Chelsea guys are doing are just one of those grass. I mean, this guy, we just pack them and keep one side. I didn't know these guys already ready. I mean, Chelsea were ready for the kill. They were going for the jugular. Then I think by the 60 something minutes or something, he withdrew Vinny Junior, and put in Asensio. And I was like, oh boy, dude is now ready to unleash terror on the midfield. But trust Kante, he had already taken position and he had been rattling the midfield for the most part. So it was like, okay, it was a walk in the park for the Chelsea side. Guys, another thing that I found really very interesting was that Pulisic came in and there was like a different dimension to the whole, to the temperature of the game. Although, he missed a few goal scoring chances. They all did. Thiago Silva missed like almost one-on-one encounter with Thibaut Courtois. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I mean, I hope we don't end up paying dearly for all these goal scoring opportunities that we fluffed. And then as Clipperta, he also had his own moment of goal scoring misses. Pulisic, of course, he missed his the first 10 minutes he made attempts at scoring and he fluffed. And then of course Mason Mount, my man, he also like had his own goal scoring misses. And I was like, I hope these guys are not taking things for granted. But what happened? Just at about towards the end of the second half, almost like 15 minutes towards the end of the second half, towards the end of the game, as it were, Mason Mount did exactly what only him could do. And God, they soldiered on and got us to that point that we needed to secure our victory there at Stamford Bridge. I am a very proud Chelsea fan. And now, guys, it almost looks like we have no chances in hell at the Champions League. But I want to tell you that it's still an open game. Fine, Man City, they've got their clean pedigree. They have the pedigree. They have the virtually, Pep Guardiola had trained his boys he has trained them to just be very good at scoring. Anyone could score, even from the defense. Anyone could score. Kudos to him. But I still think that Chelsea have got chances. Tomorrow we have one of the most important matches to play, one of the important games. I mean, a game that would kind of concretize further top 4 position. And we have West Ham that are like stubbornly tugging behind. We have a game tomorrow with Everton, and if they succeed and if they win tomorrow, that means they are just leveling up with us, and that will not be okay. And Leicester City is just like 2 points away from us, and they have a game today, with Newcastle. I don't know, but I hope they don't win, so that we can at least like boost our chances. So it literally means that if we lose the game with Man City tomorrow, I pray sincerely that it doesn't happen. It means that we will be struggling, and struggle is the last thing I want for us. I mean, we just should be able to secure our spot on the top 4 Premier League table. So that said, on another news, yesterday Manchester United had an outing with Roma, and because they already had like a goal aggregate of 6-2, if I'm not wrong. So it was an easy, like a walk in the park for them. So literally to say that Manchester United is qualified. They've qualified for the finals with Villarreal. Not that I care so much anyway. And Arsenal, let's say that they didn't have the greatest of outings there at Emirates. Mele Arteta, I think you still have an opportunity to prove that you're a good coach by next season. Not that I care. So moving on, guys. So tomorrow, as much as I'm still basking in the euphoria of a victory in Stamford Bridge against Real Madrid, I kind of also feel like we still shouldn't take anything for granted. I don't know. I'm just a keen observer. Tuchel is the tactician, and I'm hoping for the good of everyone that he does it right. He gets it right and understands that tomorrow's game is not any less important than any game whatsoever. We need for whatever it takes to make sure that we stay and concretize and like solidify our top four position is the most important thing right now. We can't be having all the victories, all the accolades, and at the end of the day, we still have like this very unbalanced, like kind of lopsided chances at getting to the top four or qualifying for next year's Champions League. So, guys, how have you guys been faring? How has it been at your end? I mean, to think that it would have been a cocktail of goals against Real Madrid. Okay, like someone sent me a DM and told me that I shouldn't just be excited for too long, that it was just a game of chance. How do you define a game of chance? How do you define victory of chance? I'm talking about a team that scored the first goal, the second goal. Real Madrid did not even find they shared equal what do you call it, shots at goals, shots on targets, 5-5, fine. But like one of my friends will always say, position is not penetration. Real Madrid had the most position, but definitely Chelsea had the lesser position, but then position is definitely not penetration. So we had the day. Someone was trying to unnerve me. Like, what are you trying to say? You shouldn't be too excited. This Man City, let's get to the bridge and we know how to cross. That's all I can say. And I need to let you know that if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I don't know, maybe you're still wondering, maybe you're still considering. I don't think you should continue considering. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It will do you a world of good. And there's actually a notification bell on the side. That's your VIP pass. Just go ahead and click on it. That way, whenever I post a video, you get it just for yourself and you get that VIP treatment that you actually and truly deserve. So, as a matter of fact, guys, I'm not really a fan of very long videos. I always say it and I make no shame. I'm shameless about it. So this is where I end this today's video, and I'm praying that tomorrow we'll have a reason to come back here and take some wine, because I mean, Man City, they're not the easiest guys. I mean, I'm scared, kind of scared, or nervous, kind of, but I still trust my guys. I mean, I won't take away anything from these guys. I won't take anything away from them, but I'm kind of like still nervous because it's a must win. I mean, I don't know, for me, no game is any less important than the other. So I think it's something we really have to work towards. So inshallah, I hope that we get, partying tomorrow like we did 2 days ago. So guys, this is where I end today's video. If you had fun like I did, go ahead and like it, because it's Blue Lens and it's Chelsea Hangout Spot and it's a fun place to be, and you'd rather be nowhere else. Take care of yourself and have a very cool and great evening. Bye.